This is my daughter, Millie. I want to talk about her fight, how it changed me, and why it matters. Now, my baby girl has always been a little peculiar, different. When she was a baby, I mean a bottle baby, she used to have these little spasms, like she was trying to catch herself. Doctor said ear infection. Then she had all these skin lesions pop up. Doctor said bug bites. When I pressed the issue, they brushed me off. Now, Millie is a Tasmanian devil. She is everywhere all the time. But one night, I find her in the living room, locked in a half squat position. Try to move her, it was like moving a statue. Now, I'm not medically inclined at the time, but I knew she was having a seizure. So I grabbed my girlfriend's keys and I am running out the door. I don't have shoes on or my cell phone. All I know how to do is drive. By the time I get to the car, she is fully convulsing. Now I'm holding her, doing 120 miles an hour, trying to keep her from biting off her tongue. I am freaking out. So we get to an urgent care. There's nobody at the front desk. There's nobody in the hallway. I am screaming for help. The only reason I know she's still alive is because she's still seizing. She's completely blue. So I bust into a patient room, scare the shit out of somebody's grandma. I broke the door trying to get back to the doctor's area. So I grab a crash cart, and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I take a bag valve mask, and I put it on her face. I know that she needs oxygen, but it's not a pediatric valve mask. It's for adults, so I'm just oxygenating her eyeballs. Doctors and nurses rush out and they try to help. They hand me a pair of shears and tell me to cut off her pants. So I did. I am completely hopeless in this moment. All I can do is hold on to her jeans. Paramedics show up, they load her onto the ambulance, and we make it to the hospital. And again, I am standing there, just holding on to her jeans. Now they bolused her and Ativan her and tried to get the seizures to stop, but they wouldn't. So they put her under and knocked out her respiratory drive, had to get her O2 sats up to 85 before they could intubate. It took 5 attempts. But when I saw my baby finally breathing, that is when I broke. And I was on the floor of a hospital. My baby girl was intubated for 5 days. The doctor came in and explained what was going on. They had a very thick accent and I couldn't understand. So another 2 days go by. Somebody from the Tuberous Sclerosis Complex Alliance shows up and explains to me what's going on. Tells me my daughter has a genetic condition that causes tumor growth in all of her vital organs. Come to find out, the genetics that caused this came from me. She has tumors everywhere. Heart, kidneys, liver, eyes, but most important, the brain. These tumors grow as tubules into the brain. You can't operate on them. They cause autism, intellectual disabilities, rage, mood swings. They affect sleep, but most importantly, epilepsy. I was completely lost on how to help my daughter. But the Tuberous Sclerosis Complex Alliance guided me. They answered all the questions that I had. Got us hooked up with a neurologist in Memphis at the Lebanon Children's Hospital. It's one of the only Tuberous Sclerosis Complex Center of Excellence clinics. They need an acronym, but they are fantastic. They saved my daughter's life. But now that you guys have built this amazing community, we can give back to that organization that saved my kid. So January 23rd, 2025, I will be in Los Angeles, California doing a charity stream sponsored by the TSC Alliance and Modifius. Gonna be a couple of people in that game that you guys recognize, like Quincy's Tavern, Tanktolman, Jenningsbrower, just to name a few. I'm hoping to shed light on this illness, not just to raise money, but to raise awareness. Because the infantile spasms and the skin lesions all over her body could have helped diagnose her well before she had that seizure that almost took her life. So I hope to see you guys over there. We'll be streaming on a few platforms like Twitch and YouTube. If you could do me a favor by commenting on this video, liking it, sharing it, sending it to a bunch of people, just so we can get eyes on this. Thank you. I love you guys.
Tell me that's not deep, bro.
Bro, I'm like fucking in tears, man.
Right.
That is so sad, bro.
You know, I mean, just like I seen this video probably 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I want to say it was before. I think it might have been longer than that, bro. I can't remember exactly when. I'm trying to find my comment in here. I did. Obviously, I'm not gonna be able to have a hardcore conversation with him.
Right.
And but I did mention to him that I will shed light on this in the podcast that we're doing, and then I also said there it is right there. So January 6th It's the
He
first
said,
time I've
"Please
seen
do."
this. Please do. I said I would put it in podcast. I would put it in my stream, and I would shed light on this. It'll be January 23rd, which today is the 15th. So we don't even know what's going to happen in LA anymore because of the
The
situation that's going on
fires.
out there.
Right.
So it might not happen, but if it does, then I'm going to go ahead and put his Twitch link. I need to find his Twitch link. I'm going to put his Twitch link inside of there, and I'll go ahead and put it underneath us. So that way, and I'll put the date on there when this is supposed to happen. Now, I haven't heard nothing whether or not he's going to postpone this or if it's going to be sent to a later, a newer time or a newer destination. I don't know. With everything going on in LA, I'm assuming it's going to be kind of hard
Right.
to be able to have anything like that happening. But I'm like you. It broke me
Yeah.
watching that, especially the part where he said that he was on the floor.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
really, like I felt that, like because like that's literally what happened to me when my baby wasn't breathing and my baby was born, like my baby was blue, dude, and like when she started breathing, dude, like I just fell onto my knees, like I was just so relieved, dude, like my body couldn't even stand.
right.
Like it was just like it's like I didn't even have to stand anymore. Like I could take a break and realize that she was okay, and like I totally sympathize with that, man. Like
Right.
that's so
Right.
sad, dude. That's so
So,
tough, bro.
so like I said, I talked to this guy before. I talked to him once, and then like I follow his videos a lot. Scotty.k fitness. Sure a lot of people know him, what I'm saying? I mean, if anybody gets a chance to, to drop him, go drop him a like, go drop him a follow, whatever you got to do. I mean, by the time this podcast gets out, TikTok either going to be banned or it's not going to be banned. We don't know yet. I don't think it's going anywhere personally. But for something like this to happen, that just shows right there that even somebody as popular and as famous as that guy, shit like that can happen.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
nobody's
just
immune to it regardless of status,
right.
bro. Absolutely. Yeah.
It's not just guys like me and you. I mean, like I've had my issues with my children when they were younger. Your children are still very, very young, and it's for somebody to go through something like that, brother. I feel you. I've been through hell and back when it comes to things like this, and nobody should have to go through that, But we all know who's doing the job, or whether we're here or not,
Yeah.
And if something like this happens, there's a reason why something like this happens. You feel me?
Like
It's
I
hard
don't
to think like that, though.
you know what else is really difficult? Is really difficult to sit there like if I was told that, right? If I was told that that was my child and that rare genetic condition like came from me, I was like, then why has nobody in my family gotten it except for this child?
Right, right.
That to me just doesn't make any fucking sense.
But
Like
we
this guy
don't.
looks you're right. I know you're
We,
right.
we, we, we don't know that. See, it could have. I'm curious on if somebody, like somebody else in his family has went through this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it skips
If it's
generations.
if it's gen I mean, if it's genetic, it has to have at least happened once within the last 2 or 3 generations, at least
Right,
once.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like to me, like this is really sad, and I don't want to take away anything from here, but like when doctors and people tell me that shit's genetic, I don't buy it personally. I just
right,
don't buy it.
right.
It's that I think that's what they immediately go to, right? Immediately go to kind of like brush it off. But I mean, there's so many different factors. We don't know if this child is vaccinated. In my opinion, right? Like vaccines a lot of times cause many types of injuries, right? We can get into it. We can, call me crazy, call me cluck, what the fuck ever, bro. But, you know, I have not vaccinated 7 of my 8 children, right? And the one that did get vaccinated gets sick more often than the other kids, right?
Not gonna happen. I
I'm
won't do
just
it.
I'm and this is way like this is like the daughter I had before I married Hempy Mama.
Right,
So like this was from a different relationship. I didn't have a choice in those vaccines, but at the end of the day, like I can see the difference in my kids. I have
right,
8 of them, like I should be able to see differences, and I do.
right.
But at the end of the day, man, whatever is happening here, man, prayers, we gotta make this blow up, bro, because that's heartbreaking, bro.
I'm gonna do what I can. I mean, I don't get. I'm not nowhere near where I used to be.
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter to me. I'm still gonna
Yeah.
post it out there. I'm gonna try and get his link out there. I'm gonna do what I can.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Um, I'll do what I can to put it out there. It's sad, bro. I mean, I don't know what happened, with you and your daughter, because we've never talked about that. If you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. If not, then we'll just let it go. I don't know how it's up to you.
No, man, it was just generically speaking that like my daughter catches like more flus, more colds, right? And when like they all catch it, of course, but like she stays down longer. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see the difference in how it affects one child over the other child's, and granted, like with the way that we eat, we all get sick like less and less every year as we're starting to change our diet and how we eat, less processed foods, etc. But as far as like how long we're down for, I think it shows. I don't know if like one might say, well, that's got nothing to do with the vaccines or nothing, and that's fine. I'm speculating. I'm not saying none of this is true. This is my opinion and speculation off of what I see. Like I'm not a doctor. I'm nothing and no one other than a parent that's got children that has two eyeballs and can see and observe, differences between them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all. That's the only place I'm coming from.
Right, right. No, I got
You
you.
know?
I
But
got you. I got you.
that's wild, bro. Tumors everywhere in all the vital organs, bro. Like that. I've never heard of anything like that, bro.
No,
Ever.
no, and I think that's what he's trying to get out. Is he's
It's
trying to
super
get
rare.
out what's going on here,
Yeah.
and that company over in Tennessee. What was the name of that? I'll find the name. I'll put it somewhere in the video. And but it to let them know that they are the ones that can help. It's in
Yeah. They
Tennessee somewhere.
specialize. Right. They
Yeah, yeah,
specialize in
yeah,
that.
yeah. The only thing I got is I get it. I get it. That he was able to get that help, but how many people have needed that help before that didn't know about this?
Right.
This is why I want to get this out there. This is why he wants to get this out here. That's why he's doing this charity stream on the
Awareness.
23rd, I believe it was, to get
Just
all this
awareness.
awareness. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, that's why a lot of people start. You know, that's why a lot of people talk about it. That's why we started this podcast, so we can get awareness out, mainly about what Chicano life is on from the inside to the outside.
Right.
You know, um, to even like when you've got your Chicanos, like we talked about before, like the Chicanos like you that that are that can go out there and speak Spanish and and involve yourself with both sides, the American and the Mexican side, and then you got the
Yeah.
Chicanos like me that can mainly do it with the American side, even though I have a Mexican family out there.
Right.
I mean that I could talk to, but I can't talk to. I can understand. Like I can listen to you all day long and understand, but I can't talk back with you. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But that's why we started this. That's why he's doing this. That's why I'm gonna find his Twitch. I'm gonna find everything. I'm gonna post it, and I'm gonna try my best to be in that stream. I'm not gonna promise I'm gonna be able to give him a ton, but I mean,
Yeah.
dude's
No.
gonna
I'm with it, bro. I'm with the awareness. 100%, man. I mean,
right.
it's just like the information is power, bro. Information is power. And then being able to give information is just as powerful, you know?
Word of mouth. That's the best way to get things out there
Yeah.
from top to bottom. Word of mouth. I mean, nobody knew about Donald fucking Trump until somebody told you about Donald fucking Trump.
I don't know about that, bro. I mean, like he's a pretty he's like an actor, you know what I'm saying? It's like no one has to tell you who John Wayne is. You know what I'm saying? No one has to tell you who Brad Pitt is. You know what I'm saying? Like Donald Trump was one of those like iconic faces and names like in the 90s and the 80s.
Right.
Like
But
he,
somebody one day had to put his name out there, is what I'm saying.
yeah, he did it.
Somebody
He put
had to say his name for you to know who the hell he is.
Nah, he put it on the top of a fucking building and everybody could see it, dog. Ain't
Right,
nobody
right.
had to say his name. And you know what? When people started saying his name, it was on the news and in the newspaper, bro. So yeah, that word of mouth got around. And he was a firm believer, man, of any publicity is good publicity. So
Right,
whether you're talking bad about me or whether you're talking good about me, I don't care. Just be talking about me.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's his mindset. And I think that's a really good mindset, right? Like if you don't give a shit what people think about you, just put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Talk good shit about me, talk bad shit about me. I don't care. Just talk about me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can care less. I don't care what people think about me. You know, I'm the same way. Yeah, I mean, you like me, you hate me, hate me. It is what it is. I got my peeps I
Yeah.
talk to. I got my friends. You know, that's all I need. I got my friends, my family. You
Yeah,
know,
friends or family, like I mean, like my wife, like you, right? People that mean something to me, I care what they have to say. I care what they
right,
think and what
right.
they think about me, right? Because it's different. But when a stranger has an opinion, it was like, that's great. You have an asshole too, and I could care less about either one of them.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me my opinion. Go home, fuck off. You know, I can care less anymore. I don't need your approval.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
and I
saying?
the opinions, I think, is something that a lot of people forget, that they are just that, opinions. You know, like you're, unless you're citing something else and it's not what you say, it's like, hey, this is like documented shit, right? That's facts. Like you're just sharing facts. But like, when I brought up like the vaccines and shit, all that's opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like yesterday, my wife's stepfather came over, and there was a big argument. There was a big argument because he doesn't vote. He doesn't vote, but he loves coming over and antagonizing and having all these different types of political opinions. And before the election happened, we literally told him, I was like, "All right, bro, you know what? We've asked you to vote. I honestly don't care if you vote the same as me. I'm just asking you to vote, right?
Mm,
Why? Because I feel that voting is important. Because if you don't vote, then you personally don't have a say if shit is going good or shit is going bad, and you have an opinion. Why should anybody give a shit about your opinion when you didn't even put your fucking 2 cents in the ballot box, but you just want to run your mouth, right? And talk just to talk. But if you really think there's a problem, you're never going to vote about it to change the problem. You just want to complain about the problem. I hate people like that. And so he came over. First it happened a few weeks ago when I had first seen that Biden literally took 40% of his time in office was taking vacations. 40% of, like, it was literally like over 1,000 days of vacation time that Biden had. Literally, that's more than any fucking a regular American could really take in a lifetime. No American can take that many vacation days in a lifetime, in my opinion.
right,
Like over 50, like almost 1,500 days of vacation. Like, are you serious?
right,
And so when I brought that up, he said, "Give him a break." I was like, "Give him a break? This motherfucker took plenty of breaks." You know what I'm saying? Like, and also, didn't you not vote? Like, what opinion do you have, and why should I care about what you have to say about anything political? Period.
right.
If you had the power to change something and you chose not to, and you just want to complain about it, shut up. And so I excused myself, and I haven't been out there for like 2-3 weeks now. Every time it comes over on Tuesdays and on Fridays, and then yesterday he came over, and like I haven't been out there, and my wife is out there because it's her stepdad. She's trying to be cordial and all that shit. Like her mom is dead now, and so he's a widow. Um, and what happened with there is that her mom was a really bad alcoholic, and she basically drank herself to death and gave herself cirrhosis of the liver. And she was drinking really heavily, as well as like taking a lot of medications for her sicknesses and stuff. So it really wasn't mixing well. All of the medications on top of all the alcohol consistently every day, like 100 proof vodka, like every day, every other day, like it just. And so I basically, like, my wife was talking about something, and he brought up Trump. My wife got upset, and like she brought it up again, like, "Look, dude, we don't give a shit about your political opinions. Like, I can talk about everything else in the fucking world with you, but I really don't care 1 single cent about your political opinions because you didn't vote. Like, you could have voted for Joe Biden or for whoever, fuck, for the Green Party. I don't give a shit. And then we'll talk about whatever fucking you think, right?
Right.
But if you're not gonna vote, don't put other people down for their political positions. Don't have an opinion and think that it's going to have any weight, right? So then I went out there and I put him in his place because my wife was drinking with them, and she has a drinking problem too. But the difference between here, well, where I'm trying to get to, is that my wife has a drinking problem, and I'm the one that controls it. I tell her when she's allowed to have a drink and when she's not allowed to have a drink. That is the mutual agreement that we've had because of how bad of a problem she has. Right? It's a mutual agreement that we've come to be
Okay.
able to help her with that drinking. Does that make sense? She
Yeah. No,
asks
no,
me,
that's a good thing.
and she won't drink unless I'm drinking, and if she drinks alone, it's because I allow it. And
Okay.
it's like you're gonna have a 6-pack or you're gonna have 3 tall cans and that's it.
I think
Right?
I
Like,
think we talked about that one time.
yeah. And so
I think
like
so.
I, as a man, right, don't want to see my wife put herself through the ringer with alcohol. So I do what is right and I put my wife in her place. Simple as that. People might fucking say that's dumb. People might say that's sexist, machista, whatever the fuck you want to say, dog. Like, I care about my wife too much to let her drink herself sick,
Right.
right? Well, when he brought up to my wife that she was only behaving that way regarding his opinion because she'd been drinking, he was blaming it on her alcohol, basically. And so she got super mad because like she wasn't drunk, bro. Like, she had 3 beers. She had 3 beers. I mean, yeah, they're IPAs, but she had 3, dog. And like, I
Right.
know how my wife drinks. Yeah, she got emotional. She really did, because she was very upset at the way he was behaving with her.
Right.
And so, everybody always wants to chalk it up to like her alcohol and shit. So she came in here and I could hear it. So I went out there and I was like, look, bro, don't come over here and don't start, antagonizing my wife, your stepdaughter, which is literally the only person you have. Like, like, how could you sit there and talk about her alcoholism when you couldn't even stop your own wife's alcoholism because you enabled it consistently? She had a drinking problem and you have a drinking problem, but you couldn't put the beer down. You couldn't put the alcohol down for the sake of your wife. You're not a man. You're pathetic, I told him. You think you can come over here and just fucking gossip about your problems and not do anything about your problems? He has a roommate in his house that hasn't paid him rent and over half a year.
Holy
And
shit.
and and he can't do shit about it because California has the squatter laws, so she's got to take him to court and get him evicted. And he could just sit there and not pay shit and just wreck his house, and police can't do shit. So I've offered him multiple solutions, right? I've offered him multiple solutions, but he gets walked all over. He likes it. He doesn't like confrontation unless it's with a woman. Like, he feels so fucking manly talking to women and getting all smart ass when it comes to women, but when I talk to him, I put his ass in his place.
Those are true
Like,
men
seriously,
right there, bro.
like, what the hell do you think you're doing? You think you're gonna come over here and start complaining about your problems, like just gossiping with women, and expect me to listen to that shit? No, bro. You're
Right.
pathetic. You're not a man. Okay? You're not a man. And honestly, you could simply just sit down, have your beer, and talk with grandma, because you're burning bridges here. You're burning bridges. So that's a little bit of something that I kind of went through just yesterday. And actually it's been a few weeks because I had my little altercation with him. Um, and I gave him my 2 cents. And I was like, you know what, man, I don't gotta be out here for you, bro. I'm being nice. You come over, your son steals from you, your son takes advantage of you, and your roommate is a piece of shit. You're unhappy, you're miserable. So you come over here to try to make yourself happy, but then you're gonna come over here and antagonize everybody. What the hell is that about?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want company, then be good company. Don't come over and be antagonizing, because you're not good company and you're not going to get any company like that.
Right.
You know? So that's kind of like something I've went through. And I don't know if you've experienced that with anybody, specifically in your family, anyone close that's caused that kind of tension. But, it's sad because, it's my wife's stepdad, but it could be her grandma, it could be her dad, it could be her mom. Like, at the end of the day, I'm going to defend my wife. And if anyone is being like that to my wife, right, I'm going to be on my wife's side, right? Whether, if it's a man, I'm going to talk to him like a man. If it's a woman, I'm going to talk to her like a woman,
Right.
you know. But at the end of the day, like, if you don't stand up for your wife, doesn't matter who it is, what kind of man are you?
Right.
If you don't stand up for yourself, what kind of man are you?
Right.
And if you only want to pick fights with women, what kind of man are you?
Right.
So just some of the things that I've been going through. What about you, man?
Uh,
Anything like that?
I have, but can't talk about it right now.
That's fair.
Because how do I put this?
Mhm.
But yeah, so I do have issues. It's we can talk about it another later day, because right now it's not really a good time for me to talk about it.
For sure.
We'll talk
For
about
sure.
it. But
Well,
yeah,
thank you for
I do have
listening, bro,
things
because
like
I
that.
needed to put that
No,
out,
you
man.
good, man.
Like,
Like I said, anytime you want to vent, you know where I'm at, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know how to get
yeah.
a hold of me or whatever the case may be. We can do it right here. But yeah, I mean, I got the same thing going on. I mean, like, um, we got some of that shit going on. Different family members. That've been used here and there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all the way goes from my mom all the way straight up to my dad.
Mhm.
You know, and it's um, different situations. How do you handle it? Do you handle it nicely? Do you handle it like an asshole? Or do you just kind of suck it up and deal with it? See, in my situations is if I handle it, no matter which way I'm handling it, I'm the bad guy. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I'm at this point in time, I'm just trying to keep the peace for my wife. You know,
Mhm.
just like when it came to situations with other family members, I tried to keep the peace for them. Because before I moved down here where I'm at now, I'm at the bottom of Illinois, you know what I'm saying? So before I moved down here, I didn't care about nothing or nobody, dude. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about nobody's feelings. I still really don't. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't care about your feelings, if you feel me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? No matter how much I knew you, no matter how much I talked to you or something like that, I didn't give a shit what I said to you. You know, if I
Mhm.
thought, oh, dude, I don't want to hear this bullshit, then I would tell you I don't want to hear this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So you got the good side of Mexi for
I
the
I
last four
I
years.
I respect the fuck out of
You
that,
know
dude.
what I'm saying? So, I mean, if I do have something to say to you, obviously I'm going to say it in the privacy between me and you.
Mhm.
But back in the day, I didn't care. I didn't care if I hurt your feelings. I didn't care if I lose friends. I didn't care if I lose peeps. I didn't care if I lose Vatos, family members. It didn't matter to me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So you got the good side of Mexi and everything else. But yeah, we could talk about this one of these days in the podcast. We can go full out with it and everything, and I can explain to you about exactly what's going on.
Mhm.
You know, but
Yeah.
I mean, how long has it been, bro? It's been almost a month since we put out a video, ain't it? 3 weeks
Yeah.
to a month or something like that, a little bit before Christmas. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
supposed to put a video out right before Christmas. Dude, I got sick.
Yeah,
Bro,
bro.
I got sick, man. I've been like laying in bed sick. Laying in bed. I mean, I slept for probably 2 weeks straight.
Damn, bro.
It was bad. I couldn't do nothing. 2 weeks off of work, and I couldn't. I was happy. I was happy to get 2 weeks off. Dude, I had so much stuff planned.
I bet, bro. It's 2 fucking weeks, man. It's like no one
3,
plans to no one plans to get like no one like "Oh, I'm
3.
gonna take 2 weeks off because I plan to get sick. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah. I had so much planned, dude. As far as like Twitch, YouTube, gaming in general, hanging out, family, so much, dude. Okay. So I think the day that scared me the most was I went to sleep and I woke up like an hour later, freaking the fuck out, screaming for my wife because I was dripping in sweat.
Oh my god. You
Like
had
I
like
was
the
dripping,
cold sweats.
dripping.
Like you
You
had that
know,
cold sweats, huh?
I had something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It might have been the cold sweat, whatever it was. I thought I was like, okay. I was freaking out, but I knew this was a good thing because I was getting rid of it, but I wasn't getting rid of it. That's the thing. I was
Well,
not getting rid
you,
of it.
your body's detoxifying, bro.
It's
That's
doing
what sweat
something,
does.
but that I
Yeah.
still had it for another week.
Yeah.
But I never sweated again. But I mean, like it was so bad that there was. I'm trying to think of what movie that was. There was a movie at one time where the dude was laying down in the bed and then he got up and all you seen was a body form of his sweat. That's what my bed looked like. You got the scene in your head, don't you?
Oh, I do. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah. I know.
Oh, all right. I'll take a bath and I'll meet you downstairs in an hour. Good looking out, Boopty.
Don't forget your sweat shadow.
What?
But yeah, so that's how I woke up. I mean, I seen the shape of my head on my pillow. I seen the shape of my body on the bed, and that's how much I was. And I freaked out,
Oh,
bro.
I bet, man. That's wild, dude.
Yeah, I freaked out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I was screaming for my wife. And she's telling me, "No, you'll be okay. You'll be okay." And my dumbass went right back to bed, threw the fucking blanket over the sweat, turned my pillow around, and went right back to sleep.
That's what I sound like when I'm fucking sick, bro. Babe.
Oh, dude. I'm gonna tell you this right now. They ain't lying when they say that men are big fucking babies when they're sick, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like women get up and they're just it's kind of like kind of like us. We just tough it out when we're not feeling good, we still go to work, or when we're not feeling good, we still get up, we do things, blah 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 blah. But we're big fucking babies. Like women won't do a damn thing when they're sick, but they are the ones that take care of us. We are not the
Even
ones
when,
that take care of them.
Bro, even when they are sick, bro, they push through that and take care of us, man, dog.
I
They
know,
do. They
I
do,
know.
bro. Shout out to
But
all those
when
women out there. Good women,
when
good
they're
women and good
sick, they
men.
don't want nothing to do with us. Get away from me.
I
I'm
don't
fine.
blame them either.
Yeah, you know. Yeah,
I like taking care of my wife when she's sick, bro. Like
yeah. I try my
I like
best.
I get the kids out of here. Like I come in, I bring her food, right? I check on her, right? Like she likes that because she deserves that because she does it for me.
I will not. When my wife is sick, I will not go to sleep.
Hmm.
I won't. Um, I'll come in here and I'll either play the game or I'll throw on a stream or I'll do something, but I'll do something to keep me awake because I'm constantly getting up to go check up on her, make sure everything's cool. And then when morning time comes around and I know she's doing all right and she's awake and she's up moving around, time for me to go sleep.
Little morning siesta.
Yeah, that's when it's time for me to go to sleep. Because I know she's doing okay. Because if she needs me, she can wake me up. But
Yeah.
overnight, when everything's calmed down, there's really nothing going on. That's when I stay awake for her. I can't do it. For some reason, I just cannot do it. I hardly even go to work when she's not feeling good, and it's almost cost me my job a lot of times. But I don't care. I'll find another job.
It was like that for me when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, she'd be like so sick, bro. Can't get out of bed, dude. Like kids like needing like breakfast, homework. Like sometimes they get so bad, the nausea, the fucking headaches. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I think they're just about as grouchy as they are when it's that time too. You know what I mean? So it's I
Mhm.
kind of try to stay away a little bit.
I don't
You
blame
know.
you.
So, hey, you safe out there, brother? Are you safe out
uh,
there?
yeah, I'm really good, man. Wow, I don't even get like any of the smoke. I don't even smell any of the smoke from LA. I mean, I'm in Riverside, which is about an hour away, maybe an hour 45, maybe 2 hours tops from Los Angeles.
Okay.
That's 2 hours, I would say, is like with traffic, maybe 1 hour and a half without traffic.
You know,
Um,
that's crazy what's
yeah,
going on out there.
dude, like I saw this crazy video, bro. If I could find it, I will send it to you. But literally, like there was it in not this fire, but in November, we had a different fire and they called them the airport line fires. And literally, there was a fucking camera that could literally see like lasers, bro. Lasers coming down at three different points, and all three fires just started up at the same time, dog.
Lasers from where?
From the fucking sky. You tell me, dog. I don't know.
Oh
It
shit!
just what it reminded me of? It reminds me of when you grab like a magnifying glass and you burn something by concentrating light in that. That's what it
I
reminded
used to
me of.
burn ants that way.
Yeah, bro. That's literally when I saw this video, like of these three fires just starting up all at the same time, bro. It's literally what it reminded me of. It reminded me of like just like someone like holding these big ass magnifying glasses at these three spots that are right next to each other, and they all just start flaring up, and then they spread out in the separate directions, man.
That's
And so
crazy.
I'm thinking, right, because there was another video where like there was literally like this fucking massive like light, and nobody knows where this light came from. It looked like a laser again, and it hit a building in LA when those fires started, bro.
Wow.
And so, and of course, like I said, it's more conspiracy shit, man. Let me go get my tinfoil hat on one of these days. I'm literally gonna have a tinfoil hat. You know what? I'm gonna put this shit on. I got some shit to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what I get, bro. Like, I get like that because I don't trust our fucking government, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if you trust any government, bro, like you're doomed.
I
You're
don't trust
doomed,
them.
bro.
I don't care what country we're in. I don't trust any of them.
I don't even trust the
They don't give a
government
fuck.
under Trump, bro. Like Trump only has so much power. Yeah, do I want the guy in power? Yeah, I want to get a job. I want a better paycheck, like I want fucking the country to not look like shit, but it's going to shit because they really hate him. They don't want him in there, bro. Like they're willing to burn the whole place down. And
And
they're
that's a
literally
lot of
doing
it.
it.
That's a problem too. Is the fact that people can't just let something go.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you like it or not, he's going to be your POTUS. It is what it is. There's
Uh,
nothing, like literally nothing you can do about it. I mean, look, the
Besides kill
people
the guy,
when
once
Biden,
they've tried.
yeah, when Biden first got into office and everything, there was a lot of people that threw a damn fit, but there weren't no riots. They want nobody
Because
going. They can blame January. They can talk about January 6th all they want to. I don't care.
yeah.
I don't really want to get into that part of it right now because there's too many
Oh, bro,
opinions out there.
there's videos, bro, that you've seen, bro.
It's
The cops literally instigated that shit, dog. They started firing into the crowds.
there's
Wild, bro.
so much out there, man. It's just, I mean, it's so opinionated nowadays with everything that we got going on. They cannot let it go. It's
They
done.
won't.
It's
Because
over with. In 5 days, we're going to have a new president. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing anybody in the world can do about it. Nothing. Like literally nothing. Who cares? Let it go. He's going to be
Yeah.
your president for the next 4 years. We did it with Biden. We sucked it up with Biden. The people that didn't like Obama, they sucked it up with Obama for 8 years.
8 years.
It is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it. Throwing a fit and going out there and causing chaos over one fucking man is stupid and ridiculous, especially when we have other agendas that we got to be worrying about right now. You know what I mean? He's going to be your POTUS, okay? And the people that don't like him, this is part of being America, being American, living in this country. No matter if you like the guy or not, it is our duty as an American to represent this company, it is a company nowadays.
It is a company nowadays.
This country the best way we can and respect your president, whether you like him or not.
You can talk shit on
your
him.
president.
It's your First Amendment right to talk
Right.
shit on your president if
But
you don't
he's
like him.
still your president,
Yup.
no matter what. These guys that are in the military and everything, you think all of them are like sitting out there at the White House protecting somebody that they might not like? No, but it's their job. Secret Service guys, you think they like Trump? You think some of them like Biden? You think all of them love who they got? No, but it's their job. Matter of fact, we'll take the example of you ever seen the movie The Butler with Forrest Whitaker?
No, I don't think I have.
Watch that movie.
All right.
Watch that movie, okay? It is called The Butler. It's got Forrest Whitaker. It's got Cuba Gooding Jr. It's got Lenny Kravitz, Robin Williams. It's got them all in there. Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, watch this movie. It's a perfect example of what it's like to have to serve your president or to respect your president, no matter whether you like it or not, because this is based back in the not in the Civil War days, but back in the civil rights days, back in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, all that kind of shit.
Segregation was so strong,
right?
And all that.
Where you got Forrest Whitaker, who is one of the butlers in the White House, who went through 8 or 9 different presidents, and every single one of them hated black people.
Wow.
Except for 2 of them. Okay. But he went through it and he respected them because that was what his job was.
Right.
And our job as Americans in this country is to respect we don't have to respect the government. Fuck them. We don't have to respect Congress. Fuck them. But we have to respect our president. I might not have liked who was in presidency in the last, 12 out of 16 years. Okay. But he was still my president.
Yeah.
I've never once sat there and said, fuck that guy. He's still our president. I have sat there and said he's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? But he's still my president. If I walked up to him, I'm not going to look at him and not shake his hand just because. I'm going to shake his hand just because that is my job as an American. Whether people agree with me or not, I don't give a fuck, Mendoza. If you right now walked up to tomorrow, if you walked up to Joe fucking Biden and he'd put his hand out, you would shake his fucking hand.
Nah, I wouldn't.
You're full of shit.
No, I wouldn't.
Because you are an American, and if that man shook your hand, you would not have enough respect for your president to shake his hand.
No, I wouldn't.
See, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. As much as
I don't like the guy,
I couldn't do it.
Why? Because he didn't serve. What is there to respect about him? He is a public servant who didn't serve. He did a terrible job serving, and because I felt that, and many other Americans did too, I don't feel many Americans would shake his hand if he fucking tried to.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
And and more power to you. I respect you for it.
I
But
really
he's
couldn't do
going to know my freedom of speech through my verbal communication,
it. Yeah, I don't
right?
know.
Through my body language. He's gonna know that I do not respect him. I respect the office. Does that make sense? I respect the office of the president. I don't respect him. Does that make sense? Because I feel that as an American, you have your freedom of speech.
You do.
Right? You have your freedom of speech.
Right,
If
right.
you exercise it in a way where you refuse to shake the president's hand, I don't think it's disrespectful, right? I don't think it's disrespectful. I think it's exercising your freedom of speech.
I don't
Right.
think I don't think I can get myself to do that though. I really don't. I don't think I can. I don't think I can stand in front of that man with his hand just sitting there and just disrespect him that much. As much as I don't like the guy. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I ever shook his hand or something like that, now I would come home and I'd probably dip my hand in fucking acid.
No,
You know
mom
what I
is
mean?
right. See, now that's what I call bullshit, dog.
You know what I mean? But I don't think I can do it. I really don't. Especially
You feel
when
like you feel like you're like subconsciously you just automatically put your hand out.
it's
automatically, right?
just out of respect for a man that I know I have to respect whether I like it or not.
No. First and foremost, I don't even feel like he got voted in when he got voted in.
I
Right.
mean, I agree with you.
I'll be opinion. It's all opinion here, right? I don't believe that.
I agree with you.
Okay. So first and foremost, he's not my POTUS. He was never supposed to be the POTUS,
Okay.
right? So we'll go there. We'll start with that. Secondly, right? He completely destroyed the country by leaving the open borders, right? He completely decimated people in North Carolina with the lack of aid and offered the same $770 to people in Los Angeles. What is there to respect about this man? He could literally
but here's the question you have to ask with this guy right now. With this guy being in the condition he is, was it him or was it his office that did it?
It doesn't matter. If he's a man, he would do what a man would do and step down. But because he's a puppet, what respect do I have for a puppet? You just said it yourself. If he's not mentally, if he's not even there, or other people are making decisions, and he's just a face, what's there to respect?
Right. Right.
Why would I shake his hand? I think that that's truly my way of showing him how much I respect him by not shaking his hand.
But you could shake his hand and still put out your opinion. I've
No,
seen it.
no.
Okay, the reason
I
I'm
wouldn't
saying
say
it because I've
anything.
seen
I
it
wouldn't
done.
say any. I would stay quiet and just simply not shake his hand. That would be my communication. That is my quote unquote respect, disrespect.
See,
Right?
I would shake his hand and I would still say what I wanted to say.
No,
You know what I mean?
that's fair. Yeah.
And I remember that happening.
I want to know what everybody else would fucking do. This is a good one. What the fuck would you do? Would you shake Joe Biden's hand out of respect, like the homie Mexi, or would you fucking give him the middle finger? Or I mean, just simply not shake his hand, which is giving him the middle finger, like the homie Mendoza. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know where you'd be at.
Yeah, keep it
right?
respectful too. Let's not say anything like you're gonna shoot him in the face or anything. Let's not say
No.
anything like that. Let's
What
not do all that.
I meant was like give him
Yeah.
the middle finger by
Yeah, that's
not
what I'm
shaking
talking
his
about.
hand.
You know, we got toxic ass people. Let's not go as far as that. Let's keep it respectful.
For sure, for
know,
people out there, yeah, let's not do violence, but just simply the question would be is would you shake the man's hand if he was in your presence and he stuck out his hand to shake your hand, or would you not shake his hand? That is what the real
But at the same time,
uh-huh.
you don't know what you would do because here's the thing: we could talk all this shit all we want to about what we would do, but what are the chances of us meeting that guy? You feel me?
Yeah, it's a hypothetical for sure.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So
it's a
So
hypothetical.
we
but in
really truly don't know. I mean, I might be so nervous that my hand is going like this. You know, like, what do I do? Yeah. I mean, I know, like, I mean, if it was Trump, I'd shake his hand in a heartbeat. I know that for a fact, and that wouldn't be out of disrespect. I would just because I want to shake the man's hand. Or
I
I
have
can
so much respect for that, man. Like I
or
can't
I can
even
say like like my wife, she said she'd be really really happy to shake the man's hand, but of course if it was Donald Trump Jr., she'd probably jump all over him like white on rice.
Bro,
You know
I'm
what I mean?
glad that your wife can be that honest with you, bro, and y'all could just be like, "Oh, okay,
She didn't
cool,
say
yeah,
that.
all right."
She didn't say that. Just I know when she talks about it like that. Yeah, I can tell that's what she'd be willing to do. Of course, she'd probably be so damn nervous and everything else. She probably wouldn't be able to get off the ground.
Oh my god,
You know, what I
that's
mean, yeah.
so funny, bro. You saying your wife
Oh,
like
dude,
that?
I'm telling you right now, man.
Is
If
she
that man,
fangirl? Is she really fangirl over Junior? Over Don Junior?
she loves Junior, bro. She loves Junior.
That's awesome, dude.
I know she absolutely does. You know, what I mean, I don't have to worry about that billionaire coming to my house, but if he ever did show up in my house and everything else, I might as well just go ahead and pack my shit and leave. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
bro. you oh wait, is it Eric that's married to Laura, right?
I'm not
Eric
real
is married.
sure.
Yeah, I thought Eric was married to Laura. I was about to say, I was like, bro, why you worried, man? He's married, you know, like why you so worried?
I'm not worried. I'm not worried because I know he'll never show up here.
But if he does, you gonna pack your
But if he
bags.
does, I'm just gonna pack my bags, tell him to borrow me $1 million so I can get him away, and we'll call it good. And here you go,
Yo,
buddy.
Don Jr., if you're listening to this, man, let's make it happen. Just for a good gaff, man. A good gaff.
Have at it, bub. It's all yours. Yeah.
Yeah, mama's hearing that. She's excited. She's calling him now.
Yeah, she absolutely loves Junior. I mean, she actually thinks he's,
The bee's knees.
top notch fucking hotness. You know what I mean?
The guy's a
So,
stud. Guy's a
yeah,
stud. I
I,
think
I guess.
he definitely got a demeanor about him. I like how he stays scruffy, right, with the beard,
Mhm.
because normally people like that are in his position, like his dad, even his brother Eric, they're always trying to be clean, professional, and shaven. He's got that attitude that doesn't give a fuck out of
Yeah,
like all of the Trumps,
I like
and
that.
I think I really like that too.
I think that's why a lot of people like Vance. Vance is the same way.
Yeah,
I think
but
that's
he's
why.
so articulate. He's so like fuck you politely. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he'll tell you fuck you straight to your face. I've seen interviews on there where he'll just sit there and he'll tell you straight up, this is fucking bullshit.
Oh yeah, on
You
podcasts.
know,
I've seen him get like that. But like when
this is
he's talking,
bullshit.
I mean, I'm talking about when he's talking on like on CNN or like
Yeah.
some media shit. He's always so articulate. He doesn't have to say fuck you, but when you hear him speak, he literally said fuck you
I
without
tell
saying fuck
people,
you.
I tell people all the time, I said, when you go to work, if you want to tell your boss fuck you or fuck off, just look at them and say, okay, great. That's it. They'll never know. I do it all the time. All the time, bro. You know what I mean? Like somebody would call me, like, I have a radio. Okay. I got my radio right here, right next to my face, right here. Okay. And I have a speaker that goes up here. You can't really see it with my face gestures here. I'll do it this way. I got a speaker that goes right up to my face. Here, we'll do it this way. So I got a radio right here. And I got a speaker that goes right up in here that's really freaking loud. Really freaking loud. Okay, and a lot of times they'll call my boss will call out to me and he'll say something or he'll make a change or something like that, and I'll get on that radio and say, "Okay, great." And I'll hang up the fucking radio. AKA, I'm telling them to fuck off. You know.
Y'all have to stay overtime. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's I got no issue whatsoever doing that, or sometimes I'll think of something that I really don't enjoy and I'll go, wow.
I'm getting to know Mexi really deep right now, man. I'm gonna catch him one of these days on stream. He's gonna be like, wow, like, you know what? Mexi didn't like that very much.
Yeah. Okay, great.
You're gonna be telling that to someone in the chat. Like, you're gonna be reading their messages and you're gonna be like, okay, great. Yo, if
Yeah,
you're in the chat on his Twitch stream at any point in time and you hear that, you just got told to fuck off. Just
yeah,
know that.
yeah. I can't remember where I learned that from. I want to say that I learned that from a video like years and years ago. You're talking 12, 13 years ago. I want to say that I learned that because I started out when I was coal mining. It's because the same situation. We had a radio, but we had a handheld radio at the time. And I would hear my boss get on there sometimes. He'll say something, and then after a while, I just say, "Okay, great," and I just hang up the phone. And then my buddy that was next to me, that was roof bolting with me, he got to doing the same thing. Okay, great. So it was always just that, because we didn't want to do it.
Right.
If we truly wanted to do it, we was like, all right, no problem, we'll get out there. But if we said great, yeah, kiss our ass. Yeah.
Kiss our great ass, man.
Yeah. That's just how we did it. And
That's
then
great.
that was the clean way of doing it, and that was a good way to keep you from getting fired.
Okay, great.
Okay, great. It's a good one to use, man. Keep using it.
And speaking of things that you hear that are pretty good phrases, man, I went to the store just yesterday to get those same beers that my wife drank that led up to that problem. But while I was in line, bro, like there was like this Filipino man with his 2 kids, and his daughter had like freaking like nails done. They were like nicer than my ladies, right? Like she had like a nice little like red freaking like blouse like that came down to here. Like you could tell, dude, she working that dad. That dad has it in. Like he's gonna fucking like be pissed. Like she's gonna work this man when she turns 16. She looked like she was maybe 12, 13 years old. Okay. And it was the funniest thing. So she goes to grab something off the shelf that was like some like little cute pink like earbuds or some shit like that, like some fake wannabe AirPods, some cheap fake counterfeit AirPods. And he goes, "Look, Dad, they're so cute." And he goes, "Yeah, they looked cuter on the shelf. Put them back." Bro, I laughed so hard in the line, bro. I'm like, dude, I gotta use that on my kids, dude.
That is
He said
freaking great.
everything is cute to them. I was like, I know. They're moving off the shelf and it's not cute anymore. Put it back on the shelf. It's cuter on the shelf.
God dang, bro. That's cold.
Dude, it was hilarious. I looked at the girl. I was like, your dad is funny.
Wow.
And she looked at me with like such a serious look, like, he's not funny, right? But then her little brother's like, "Oh, it was pretty funny. It's not cute anymore. Put it back on the shelf," he said.
That's funny.
Oh man, dude, people are funny, man. I love people. I love like listening to people's conversations when I'm out. Like sometimes you'll just catch something that's so funny, and like I always interject myself.
I do it
I
all
always
the
just
time.
I always gotta compliment him, like, dude, that was funny, or I like your shirt. I'm such a like social butterfly when I'm out. I see a shirt that I like, I'll be like, dude, nice shirt, or well, that's a
Right.
great sweater, or whatever. I'm always just looking for reasons to greet somebody. I guess I don't know. It's my social butterfly in me, maybe. Speaking of water, bro, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you consume salt, does that make you more thirsty, or does that help you hydrate more?
That's why you're not supposed to drink salt water. Like if you ever stuck in the ocean, you're not supposed to drink salt water because it'll make you thirsty.
Right. Well, I mean,
You'll never hydrate.
that's totally it's totally salinated. I get that, right?
Right.
But did you know that salt actually helps you retain water in your body?
No.
If you're like, so literally, my wife, like, we found this out just a few weeks ago. I was mind blown. I was like, what? Salt helps you stay hydrated? How the fuck does that make any goddamn sense, right? I was mind blown because it's fucking electrolytes. The salt is literally like, and so she bought specifically Celtic sea salt, right? She doesn't use regular sea salt anymore because there's too many plastics and shit.
Yeah, we
Right.
use Himalayan salt.
We also have the Himalayan salt. We switched over from the sea salt to the Himalayan pink salt, and you have to make sure that your pink salt is not from China, because the Himalayan pink salt from China will have a lot of impurities in them.
I think ours is from Mexico.
From Mexico. Okay, cool.
I think ours says made in Mexico. I have to go check.
Yeah, mine is from like mountains of Pakistan or something.
Okay.
Right. That's members mark from Sam's Club. But
yes, yeah.
You got Sam's Club, so it's Pakistan.
We get the grinding, the one with the grinder already attached to it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It costs like $8. You get a big ass bottle like that, and
and just refill it.
That motherfucker lasts us probably 6 months.
Nice.
So it's $8 for 6 months. I'll go out and buy a grinder every 6 months.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That ain't gonna
And
hurt
there's even the grinders that you can refill.
I have that too. I have that on my table. But this one is this is a big ass. Well, we buy the big ass one, you know, and that's what I use for my cooking. But we got the one that's on our table. For, the grinders on our table for whenever we're eating. When we're eating dinner once a month.
Yeah. Oh well, back to the fucking salt thing, dude. Like I was mind blown at the fact that
That
salt
doesn't make any sense.
it's you would think, right? You would think, hey, you would get more thirsty. There used to be a saying, or there is a saying that says you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right? I used to always add on to that, but you can always add salt to their oats and make them thirsty, right? So if you could lead a horse to water, but it won't drink, then make the motherfucker thirsty by putting salt in its food, and it'll get thirsty. But when you add salt to your food, that's when you become thirsty. When you add salt to your water, it's supposed to help you retain the water more. It's weird, huh? Because it dilutes in the water.
But you still get thirsty.
No, it helps you. It's not like you're like really. It's just a pinch, bro. It's literally a pinch of salt. It's not like you're like it's really salty water. It's just a pinch of salt. It's just a pinch of salt, bro.
Oh, okay.
Literally, it's a
See,
pinch, bro.
I've always learned that, and they always use the example: you get stuck at sea, don't drink the water.
Of course, because it's 100% salinated. Yeah. That's too salinated. That's not what I'm talking about.
That's why they did not want to use. Excuse me. That's why they did not want to use the salt water to help put out the fires, and now they've pretty much come out of no choice.
That's not the reason why. The reason why they can't use the salt water is because most of the things that they have to dispense the water would not be able to support the salt. It would corrode, and it would mess up the equipment that they use to dispense the water. That is why they weren't using
but how quick is that going to happen? That ain't going to happen instantaneously.
I don't know. It's a lot of fires. I mean, it really depends how.
I get it, but if they would have started, they literally had the Pacific sitting right there next to them, where they could have grabbed that shit right away and put out these fucking fires instead of fighting all the damn bullshit that they got going on out there with the whole fire hydrants and whatever. Okay, they literally had the Pacific Coast out there because that salt is not going to destroy their equipment instantaneously. It's going to take a while, and it's going to take a lot more than a couple 100 gallons of water to be able to do something like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know.
But they were.
I don't know.
From what I was reading, they didn't want to use the salt water because when you put salt water onto the ground, it keeps everything from growing. Well, I don't give a fuck. LA's getting destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about what's not going to be able to grow? Figure it out.
It's not burning fucking farmland. It's burning houses.
Right.
Nobody's growing shit. They're building. There's a difference.
Right. So I mean, it's like, who gives a shit? You know, if you have a problem, you have a big, huge fucking solution to the problem.
It's better that it doesn't grow, because when it grows and it dies, you don't clean it up, and then that's what causes the fires. You fucking pieces of shits. Right. How about you use the salt water so that nothing actually grows, so that nothing can burn next year? How about that?
Right. And I think they're using it now. I think they finally started going out there, taking some of them planes to go down there and grab that water. They're finally fucking use it.
They're not using planes. They normally use helicopters, and that's another reason why they weren't doing it the first few days, because the helicopters couldn't go out in the winds.
Well, see, and that's the thing. See, that's another video that I seen where they were using planes.
Right, because the helicopters could not go out in the winds that were.
So either way, they could have done it to begin with. You had a huge, huge solution sitting right there next to you. And you chose to wait to the last fucking minute where it was too late, and finally go out there and start using that. And look, I don't care. Let me get this straight right now. I don't give a two shits about the celebrities. I don't care about them. They have the money. Let's talk about the people that are fucking, that have truly lost their homes. The people that can't afford to go out and get their homes.
Paycheck to paycheck. People that had to grind to get where they got.
Oh yeah, no, hey dude, no, they got $770.
Slap in the fucking face, bro. Multi-million-dollar mansions, bro, in LA, and all you get is $770. You can't even replace the fucking groceries in your fucking fridge with that. But barely. For 2 weeks, that's what we spend in our house.
How many billions of dollars went to another country?
No, too many billions of dollars. I wonder if those countries will ever be like, you know what? I think you need this more than we do. Not once have any other country been like, no, I think you need this more than we do. You want to know why? Because it's money laundering. It's not really going to the country. It's going to people, and then those people redistribute the money back to the people that sent it to them. Period.
It's been a pretty disgrace, all the way from the North Carolina incident. Apparently, there was something I heard was in my wife said something happened in Hawaii.
Yeah, in Lahaina, dude. That's the same fires happened. The first fires, the first catastrophic fires that happened under the Biden administration was in those Lahaina fires. And then they also I think they got offered less than 700, bro.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I think they
My
got
wife
offered
told me
like,
about that today.
yeah, the Lahaina fires were crazy. And also, this is about the laser shits. Nothing blue burned. There's nothing that is blue that will burn in these fires. How is that even possible? Like, literally, there's cars that are melted, and there's the one blue car that's like perfectly fucking fine. Blue, the color, because there's a video, and I'm gonna insert it right here. Check this video out. This video here is showing you how there's lasers that will affect any other color. You can put it on a black, you can put it on red, you can put it on yellow, and it will burn like a magnifying glass almost. It will burn, but once you put that shit on something that's blue, it will not burn it.
Yeah, send me that video. Make sure you send me that video so I can watch that, so I can put it in there. That's crazy, dude. That is fucking crazy. I never heard of that one.
Yep.
I never heard it. I never heard of the Hawaii incident to begin with until my wife said something about it today.
And there were blue houses in Hawaii that didn't burn. You know what I'm saying? There's blue tarps. You know those tarps that you put out? There's blue tarps that are hung up on these fucking poles. And guess what? The tarp is still hung up. Everything around it is fucking burned into a crisp, bro. Pieces of metal absolutely melted. Absolutely melted, but the blue shit just doesn't burn. That's not a regular fire.
Have you seen? We're talking about fires here. Have you seen this shit? Let's see here. Not really a video. I think it's just a. Check this one out. Have you seen that one?
Oh, that's sick.
I'll put that picture in here.
Yeah. While
fun?
our people are getting picked up by ICE, Mexico is sending over their firefighters to help with the fires in LA. That is sick, dude.
That's crazy.
But they won't show this on the news. Yeah, bro. Shit like this, man. Like stuff like this should get a lot more attention than it does, bro. Positivity, bro. People coming together, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking feeding, man.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen that or not.
No. First time.
Yep. Crazy. So I want to do a segment in here, see if we can stump each other on some of this shit. I want to do a segment of I want to do like a riddle segment and see if we can stump each other.
Oh, that's really good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's really good. I like that.
All right. So
I'll start off with the dad joke. How about that?
We can do that.
Yeah, I'll start off with a dad joke. Okay, what do you call a lamp that always says please and thank you?
A lamp?
Yeah, a lamp.
Not a clue.
What do you call a lamp that always says please and thank you? Not a clue?
A lamp that always says
please and thank you. It's polite.
Come on, bro. Wow.
Dad joke for the win.
Oh God.
I literally heard it on the radio today, bro. I just had to share that.
Yeah, I'm not up on the dad jokes right now. I'm gonna have to get me a dad joke. Yeah, we can do that segment. Give a riddle and a dad joke, and we can see if we can figure this shit out.
Cool.
I'll give you to the end of the podcast to figure this riddle out. If you figure it out right away, more power to you.
All right.
All right. So, it's a boat sank.
Mm-hmm.
A boat sank, and every single person drowned, but 22 survived. 22 people survived. How is that possible? I'll give you to the end of the podcast to figure that one out.
Okay.
So I'll say it one more time. A boat sank. A boat sank. Every single person drowned, but 22 people survived. How is that possible?
All right.
I'll
think about that.
Yeah, think about that. You got me with that dad joke. That was a good one. That was a real good one. I like that. I'm gonna have to come up with it. I'm gonna have to find a dad joke now.
Oh, dude, I seen that one. I see you got a video there of like a girl doing the Disturbed song in the mirror. That was really funny video.
That one?
That one right there. Yeah, that was a good
Yeah.
one.
Drowning deep in my sea of loathing, broken, your servant died. Will you give it to me? It seems what's left of my human side is slowly changing in me. Will you give it to me?
Yeah, I like that one. I was trying to find it. They had a DJ one where this one chick, she did a whole DJ thing,
Yeah.
and I can't remember what the song that she was playing, but it was freaking lit. And she's only got like 2 or 3 videos out there.
Oh wow.
And but I can't find the freaking video, and I know I watched it earlier today. And oh, did you hear about this guy from SB Moen? You heard of?
Oh.
You ever heard of SB
Yeah,
Moen?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I have. I
That's a-
actually watch a different channel that does something similar.
Okay, so this guy from SB Moen that went to this old lady's house.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and he told her that he would be more than willing to go in there and clean up this mess for her because the city gave her a certain amount of time.
An ordinance, right, to clean it up.
Right, and she tried, and they even offered her, an elderly lady, you can clearly see right there.
Right.
An elderly lady, she's got to be at least 70 years old, more, possibly. I don't want to, hurt her feelings or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
But
so
obviously she's got a cane. She's obviously
elderly.
very.
She could do nothing.
Yeah.
They were gonna do it for her for $240 fucking dollars, bro.
Wow.
Nobody would help her. So finally, somebody from the city called this guy from SB Moen. Shout out to SB Moen. And asked him if he can go out there and help her out, and he helped her, and she started crying. She was so thankful for it. Well, I guess he did another video a couple months later and went up there and talked to her and told her that video, that his original video with her, went viral.
To let her know.
1.1 million views, so went viral. And he said, so this is what I'm going to do for you because it went viral. I'm going to go ahead and start a GoFundMe for you because some people in the comments were mentioning, let's do something for her. Because obviously the city doesn't want to do nothing for her, so let us do something for her, right?
Right.
So he said, I'm going to go ahead and start a GoFundMe for you so that maybe we can get these cracks in your driveway out of there. Maybe we can, do this, we can do that. And she mentioned about a window that was kind of, broke inside there that she needed fixing. He said, that's fine. We'll get the community together. We'll see what we can do. The very next day, he went back to her house, and he explained it to her what happened, right? And he said, "Do you remember when I told you to do GoFundMe?" And she said, "Yes." He said, "Well, okay, we got the community together. Matter of fact, it's right there." He says, "I set up a GoFundMe for her." Okay.
Yeah.
So the very next day, if we're talking 24 hours later, he went up to her and he said, "Well, we did do a GoFundMe." And he said, "I can tell you, that we had over 1 million people. Well, I'm sorry, what was it? 21,000 people donated to your GoFundMe." And he said, "Would you like to know what the total was?" And she said, "Sure." $550,000 was raised in this GoFundMe for this lady.
That's crazy.
550 grand, Vato. $500,000. You're talking, that's her driveway, that's fixing up her house, that's everything. And I think they're even going to pay for services for her for the next few years, lawn service for her for the next few years. That's what this guy does. And, because he goes out there and mows people's lawns for free.
Yeah, I'm familiar with SB Moen. If anything, I ran into Midlife Stockman first, but he's the one. But he told me, "Hey, I watched SB Moen, and it inspired me to start my own channel to do the same thing in my neighborhood." Because
Nice.
Midlife Stockman is in Detroit, and this guy is, I think, in Texas.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, like and it almost inspired me to do the same thing, dude. Honestly,
Yeah.
like in my neighborhood, there's so many elderly people that need that, but I don't have the equipment, which is why, like, instead, like, I've been taking the kids around my block, and I take this like trash can with wheels on it,
Mhm.
and like they just go around picking up trash around our block, you know, and like that's how we try to give back to our neighborhood.
Yeah.
But this is pretty phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
I love content like this.
This person right here even said it, dude. Even said it right here. The biggest unspoken problem in our country is a lack of care for the elderly. We work our entire lives and then get forgotten about as soon as we can't pay taxes.
Yeah.
Ain't that
That's
something?
fire. Yeah, that's a fire comment right there.
You know,
22,000 likes right there.
Yeah. That, I mean, that is me and my wife, when I showed her this video, is completely heartbroken. You know what I'm
That
saying?
comment right there, the fact that her neighbors would help her either, you know, like seriously, like if you have a neighbor like that and they're struggling, like how do you not just like make yourself
She
available?
mentioned that in it, that nobody, that the neighbors would not help. You know, I'll send links. I'll post links, all this inside underneath in the description for SB Mo, and you guys can watch these videos yourself. But I mean, YouTube, man, watch these videos and see what you think about it. But it was heartbreaking watching her, you know, because just watching just the reaction, like, ain't that sound, bro?
Oh my god. Fuck you, Mexi. Fuck you. Fuck you for making me cry on camera, bro. Fuck you. But I love you, dog. That's beautiful, wholesome content.
Ain't that something? I'll post these. Like I said, I'll post all the links down there in the description, or you post them, whatever you want to do. I'll send it to you, and then we'll go from there. And now I will definitely keep an eye on YouTube video. When that YouTube video does drop, then we could pop that out too.
Yeah.
So yeah, that just shows you that there's still good people in this world. And,
yeah, you know, I've always known that, man. Even when I was doing My Way Gaming, bro, like all the people that donated, like even though like you know, every single time we have charity streams of our own, dude, just to see people like be able to give, you know, within our own community, that's already really like heartwarming. So I know that there's good people out there, dude. But like that right there on that kind of level, bro. Like
Yeah.
what do you say? Like 21,000 people donated.
21,000 people.
That's amazing.
21,000 people. A total of 550,000. That's in 24 hours. That's 24 hours. Okay, look, I kept an eye on this. Okay. So apparently I didn't repost the other video on there. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could find it. But I kept an eye on this, and I kept an eye on the comments. And these people were talking about how it was like 8 hours in, and there was only already $21,000 in there.
Wow.
You know, I mean, that's how quick it was. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I get it. SB Moen, you know, he's got 3-4 million subscribers, whatever the hell it is. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the fact that you still have so many people out there that are willing to help people out. That right there is the power of communities. That right there is the power of social media. You know, and yes, there's negatives in social media and there's positives in social media. This is part of the reason why TikTok is threatening to get banned and, you know, whatever else, you know, but it's people like this that the reason why people, me personally, is people like this and some of the funny content that we watch is why I don't want a company like TikTok to get banned. But at the same time, I could just go to YouTube and I could just watch YouTube shorts. You know what I mean? It's the same fucking thing.
I think here recently, the developers of TikTok have been thinking about offering it to Elon Musk.
Last I heard, it was a mix between Elon Musk and Trump, and then I also heard that Mr. Beast and some of his people,
We're thinking about buying it.
He's trying to get some of his billionaire people or millionaire people to get together and buy it. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. And I might get hated for this one, but I personally don't really give a fuck. I don't want Elon to have it.
Yeah, me neither.
Because of what's going on with X.
Yep.
And
I don't think he would either because he's trying to make X into a video platform too. So it's just like why compete with yourself?
I think X has gotten more toxic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
more toxic, and more pornographic, if you want to
Yep.
put it that way.
Yeah, a lot of bots.
I
A lot of.
I removed my X, my check mark off of X.
Me too.
I recently just removed it. It should be gone here in the next couple of days. You know, because I'm like, I'm not paying for this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not going to support this. I'm not going to keep throwing my money. I'm not getting nothing out of it, anyways. I've been trying to monetize my channel for a very, very long time, and it's not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, and I can see somebody just throw a certain page up there, and all they got to do is shake their fucking ass, and they're jumping up to 12,000, 20,000, 30,000. I mean, if that's what you want, that's what you want. If you want clean content, if you want clean talking, shit talking, if you want, you want to talk about certain kind of things that does not involve all the sexuality stuff and everything else, then you go follow my fucking page. You go follow this man's page. You do whatever you want. If you want ass, go to OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? Go look at some of these chicks around there. I can't do it no more. You know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to put my personal opinions in there. I'm trying to put what I think is right. I'm also trying to put what I think is wrong. You know, I do get toxic sometimes over certain issues, but it's not because I'm trying to be a dick. It's because I'm trying to speak out facts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not getting nowhere with it. So why should I continue paying for it when I can go on YouTube and go on Twitch and spit the same shit for free? You feel
Yep.
me? So
Yep.
I just
No, hey, here,
I don't
bro.
want-
I can't mine too.
I didn't know that. I guess I missed that.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It literally just happened like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
At the beginning. At the beginning. No. Yeah. 2 weeks ago. It's the 15th today or something. Yeah. 14 days at the beginning of the month. They canceled. I
Okay.
canceled it in December, and it like went through at the beginning of this month.
I got you. Yeah, I think mine is gone in a couple of days. I'm not quite
Yeah.
sure. I know.
Yeah.
I think it's still there
I mean,
right
I've
now.
seen a difference. I see a huge difference in my,
Yeah,
in my
I'm still there.
engagement.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting like zero engagement,
Not
for
worth
the
it.
shit that I'm posting. I'm saying like now that I remove my check mark, like I'm not being seen as often as I used to be.
Really.
So like yeah, I mean I can feel the difference already. I mean I remember the difference from when I first got my check mark. I immediately like started like blasting off. Just people were commenting, people were liking, people were sharing, people were seeing my shit in comments, people were commenting in my comments and other people's comments. So like the check mark really helps for that visibility, but is that really freedom of speech though? If you have to pay, is freedom of speech going to cost me $8 a month? Or if you're paying you're paying for the ultimate, price, right? On the not on the computer, on mobile. On mobile is $22, bro.
Really?
11 bucks for the $8 option, and $22 for like the whatever other the biggest option they have
Hmm.
on phone. But if you go through your computer, it's a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, does freedom of speech have a price? The price for freedom of speech should only be freedom of speech, right? The only price you pay is listening to shit you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
That is the price of freedom of speech. Letting other people say shit you may not want to hear, opinions you may not agree with. That literally is the only price to freedom of speech.
Right.
When you have to pay money, when you only have so many characters, when you can't really speak because you only have what is it, like 200 characters that you could use? How is that freedom of speech?
You talk about before the X, before the check
Uh,
mark.
but before the check mark, you
Yeah.
get ratioed. You only get certain amount of characters. How is that freedom of speech? It's not
See,
freedom of speech unless you pay.
I haven't seen a difference at all.
No.
Nope. I mean, I didn't post as much on X before, but when I did post, I didn't really see any engagement. And then with the check mark, I'm really not seeing any engagement either. I am seeing engagement to people that know me, but I'm
You're
not
coming up more often for those people that already know you.
correct. I'm not
Yeah.
coming up for, like, I go in there and I'll comment on people's shit religiously
Right.
all the time, trying to get people to come my way, and it's
not
not
working.
working. Nah, it ain't doing shit. So there's no point in me paying for it if it ain't gonna do nothing. I'm not that worried about it. I mean, I could still go in there and I'll still comment on people's shit, or something. But I mean,
Yeah.
I can stick around right here on YouTube, on Twitch, and when the time comes, the time comes. I mean, our day will come when everything just goes
The only
Crazy.
way, the only
So-
reason I would think about getting it again is if Elon allows X to be used for streaming like games on X. That's the only reason I would think about getting it again.
You're allowed to. You are.
Was that-
There's
I,
people.
I
There's people streaming on X already.
right. I just don't know how to do it through OBS.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Because I would be doing that now. If I knew how to stream my games directly to X, I would be doing that now instead of on Twitch, because the payouts on X are much better than on Twitch. And you don't need people to send you money to get a payout on X. You just need people to be watching, engaging, commenting, exactly what you would already be getting on Twitch.
Well, I tell you what. Here's what we can do. And I don't care if people can. I'll keep this in here. Here's what we can do. Let's figure out how to set this up, and let's go live on X.
I think it's a great idea. We should do it.
Go live on X. Let's
We'll
do it that way.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there. But yeah, I'd say. I mean, let me see, give me a couple weeks. I'll set this up. You look into it. Let me know what you figure out. And then you can. And I say we do our second live stream on X. And see how that works out for us. And,
cool. Yeah. Let's go.
What else was there? There's something else.
Yeah, the fucking I keep thinking about that goddamn riddle you fucking gave me, bro. I can't, like, literally, like, this whole time I've been thinking about that goddamn riddle, bro.
So I could put this in there, I could put not in there. You tell me. What's up with Common Ground?
Like I said, we had all this stuff moving. Hempy Mama has been really busy with a lot of other clients, like nonprofit clients, and she's working with a gentleman called Troy Richardson.
Okay.
And she's been doing a lot of like their websites and flyers and video edits. So we haven't had a chance to do any recording. She's brought it up, but like with all the moving and stuff, like I still, like, even right now, like the space, like I don't have the space for both of us to be here. So we've been talking about like making some temporary movements just for when we do our podcast, and then move everything back after that.
What about getting a separate camera? Or do you guys want to be together? You guys want to be sitting next to each other? Can you get a separate camera and do kind of like what we're doing right now?
No, we want to be together because we kind of want to like look at each other when we're interacting, right?
Okay,
Kind of
I
like,
got
so I'm gonna move my desk backwards,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna put the couch right here where like we used to do it. I still want that couch.
I
That
got
couch
you.
is called a love seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's perfect.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how I can show up behind you guys where it looks clean. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I sent you that. Didn't I send you that? I think
Yeah,
I
you
sent
did. You
yeah.
did. Yeah.
It
I
wasn't
love
too
that.
clean though, because I was doing it. I did it off of a laptop camera, and I did it in some really poor lighting. You know what I
Lighting,
mean?
yeah.
So
So
obviously everything
you
was
could see the difference. Yeah, you could, it didn't
Yeah.
really look like you were really there. You could see it. You could tell it was
No,
obviously
I'm
photoshopped.
gonna have to figure out something. I'll figure out something eventually. I got a lot of cleaning up and setting up we got to do around here too.
Yeah.
I really don't want to go back to work tomorrow, but it is what it is. Work. I worked 4 12-hour shifts in a row last week, and I paid for it too.
Damn.
Oh yeah, I was tired, bro.
You got to keep up on that vitamin C, bro. All those things, because those long hours, man, they drain you, man, and you're more likely to get sick like that. But here, before my phone dies, I'm gonna see if this works. Let me. You have your phone with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know if it fucking rings. Is it ringing?
Yeah, but nothing's showing up on my phone. What the fuck? Hold up. Wait a second.
Surprise, motherfucker! So because we're both logged in to the Los Vatos Chicanos, man, fucking, I have an app on my phone called Find My Phone. So I just go onto the Vatos Chicanos, and I could literally ping your phone. The other day I asked you how your trip to Kroger's was. Remember that? No, I sent you a message. I was like, "How was your trip to Kroger's?" I think it was on X or something, but on the app,
me, bro.
on the Find My Phone, it literally shows me where your phone is at. So that's why I was like,
I'm gonna have to log out of this bitch. Oh my god.
So I just wanted to be honest with you, man. Like we're logged in. That shit is visible to me, man. I don't know if that makes you feel weird. I don't go on there and look at it all the time. Like, hey, where's Mexi at? Right? But I
This cat just I just bashed him and everything else. And then he says I wasn't even talking to you.
Oh, right. Of course he wasn't talking to you as he was responding to your comment.
Yeah, you weren't talking to me, all right, buddy. Yeah. Yeah.
But I wanted to do that on stream so that you could see like you know, like I know where you are at all times. How does that make you feel, Mexi? I know where you're on the
That makes
Twitter.
me want to fucking log out, bro. That's you know what? That's scary, man.
Isn't it?
That
Isn't
is
it?
scary.
I just wanted to be very, very honest about you about that, man. Like we're
What?
both logged into the same email, so it gave me access to that shit, dude.
How the fuck did you do that?
The app is called Find My Phone. So like if like our phones get lost here at home all the time, so my wife is logged into my email, so we're both logged into the same email, so she can literally ping my phone. She'll do that and it'll ring. So if it's under the couch, under the sheets, we'll be able to find it, even if it's on silent.
Dude, that's scary, bro. That's fucking scary as hell.
So definitely, and not only that, but you can also on that app, you can see what devices are logged into your email. So if you have a personal email and you go to that device, it says, hey, there's another device that's logged into my email. And you can literally check to see if that device is active or if it's like, oh, that was an old phone that I was logged into, right? So you should always, if you lost a phone, right, that you can find your phone that way. If someone turned it on, you can find that location. You know?
Ooh, that's dangerous, bro.
Yeah, especially when someone gets a hold of your email. They can know where you are.
Especially when somebody knows I'm out fucking Kroger's buying chicken or something, you know what I mean?
I don't know what you're buying. I just knew where you were at, dog.
God dang, man. It's a good thing I trust you. Whatever happened to that one guy that was saying that your wife needs to get deported?
Yeah, that Cougat motherfucker. Yeah, he blocked me. He blocked, like, he got blocked and just fucking faded out into nothingness.
Maybe he got deported.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Yeah.
But he probably did go get a vasectomy at the DNC last year, and
Yeah.
that's probably why he was so cranky.
Oh well, fuck.
You know,
I mean,
like if you get a vasectomy, you expect to have a lot of sex after that, but nobody goes to get a vasectomy and then not have sex, and that's probably what happened to him. You know, and it feels sad. You know, it feels really sad.
He went to go get a vasectomy, and now he can't get laid.
Now you can't get laid. You know,
Yeah,
like
can't get laid.
what's the point of getting the vasectomy if you can't get laid?
Yeah, that's very true. I don't know. I don't have a vasectomy. I don't have that problem.
Oh, it's not a problem, bro. I mean, like, you know, when you're older, it's not a problem.
No,
When you're young,
I'm talking about the laid problem. I don't have to get a vasectomy, so I ain't got to worry about no more kids.
that's right. That's right. But like I was saying, I got one because I'm young as fuck and I'm like a goddamn rabbit, bro. I just keep dishing them out.
There we go again. Call me old. That's 2 podcasts in a fucking row. You call me old, goddamn it. It's 2 in a fucking row.
Hey, bro, you called yourself old and I was agreeing with it.
I didn't call myself old. When the fuck did I call myself old?
You said you're not having babies anymore. Only old people can have babies, bro.
I didn't say anything about old people.
No, you said you can't have babies anymore, and I said old people can't have babies anymore. Those are the only people that can have babies anymore, bro.
I can still have babies if I want to. I just got to go get it with a different woman.
That's
My
why I
wife,
said old people.
my wife can't have babies no more.
Aren't you older than your wife?
She's older than me.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna tell her you called her old now. Now she'll watch this.
All right, señorita, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Oh no! You didn't apologize to me. Don't apologize to her.
Oh, I'm apologizing. I said señorita. I said señorita, cabrón. What the fuck are you talking
I know
about?
you didn't apologize to me for the last goddamn podcast when you called me
No,
old.
you get no apology. I'm 100% saying you're fucking old, bro. There's no way in or out about that. But you know what? It's not being old. You're an OG. There's a difference.
I'll take that.
You're an OG, dog. You ain't old.
I'll take that.
All right. So there's me taking it back and me kind of fixing the record. You know what I'm saying? You ain't old. You an OG. But technically an OG still has the O in it for old.
Yes.
Old gangster, you know what I'm
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. Just call me the old Vato Chicano. How about that one?
saying? Yeah, the old Vato Chicano. No, just OG, the OG Vato Chicano, because you need that G in there, bro.
Yeah.
Because you are a G. You are.
Man, I miss those days sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, me too, bro.
I really
We're-
do. I'm glad
We're
I'm out
both
of it
too
though.
old for that shit. Yeah, we're both too old for that shit. I don't care how old
I'm
you
so
are.
glad. I'm so glad I'm out of that shit, dude. I'm so glad my kids weren't raising that. God damn, I'm so glad they never. Well, I mean, where I live, to be fair, you got fucking white boys walking around with their hat cocked, thinking they gangsters, and then whenever it's time to actually be gangster, then they're mommy, you know.
Yeah, and they're normally the first ones to get shot too. So,
Bang bang, motherfuckers.
you want to bang, you get banged, bro.
That's why I told
But,
my boys when they were younger, they were going out doing all doing rapping and talking about gangster this, gangster this, and they kept saying the N word this, N word that. I said, you know what, bro? I said, I tell you what, an hour and a half away from me is St. Louis, Missouri. We can go to the east side of St. Louis and then talk that spit. Until then, shut the fuck up.
see how that goes.
Yeah. Until then, you won't come back. You ain't coming back. You know what I mean? You don't. You
Right.
no.
Right.
No, Mendoza, I love you, brother.
You know
Good
how it
seeing
is.
you again. I'll catch you next time. I'm Mexi.
Mendoza.
All right, guys.
Peace.
Peace.
Fuck, I forgot the fucking riddle.